Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. Bare Cheeks brought to you by 5 new blush launches that I think are absolutely perfect for summer. I think you all know how I feel about blush, and whenever I put it on for you guys, I go more and more and more. I don't do that in my normal everyday life. I do have some restraint. However, these 5 have me not wanting to restrain myself because they are so good. Maybe I should tell you what they are first. I have 3 cream, one from Bobbi Brown. This is the Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks in the shade Powder Pink. I have the new Makeup by Mario. This is his Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in the shade Barely Blushing. And from Say, I have the Glow Sculpt in Peach Glow. There's only one powder, but she is a gem. From Armani Beauty, this is, where's the damn name? It's the Luminous Silk Glow Blush. I have it in the shade 51. Did they give 51 a name? Yes, it's Amore. Of course it is. And finally from NARS, this is their liquid blush. This is the Afterglow Liquid Blush in the shade Behave. If you have been with me for any time, you know that the Behave Backstage Cheek Set was my #1 cheek product for last year. I just loved it so much. So when this came out, I did pick up the Behave shade, although full disclosure, I am on the hunt for Dolce Vita because the shade is gorgeous, sold out in my store, but I love this formula so much, I'm gonna get it another shade. And if you're new to my channel, yes, this passion for blush is real. So if you are into all things hair, skin, and makeup like I am, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button because you know you're gonna come back for more. All right, let's just hit the ground running. Let's do the one and only powder first. Shade 51, this is Amore. I originally bought, I wanna say it was shade 50, maybe 52. When I brought it home, I was like, what did you just do? I swatched it and it was straight up the exact same blush as NARS's Orgasm. I'm like, I did you 10 years ago. I tried it. Yeah, the formula was beautiful, but it was literally NARS Orgasm. So when you see these in store and you're like a little bit enamored with the one that has a glow, just pause, take a look at what's in your makeup collection. Because if you have Orgasm from 10 years ago, like so many of us, although my original one is gone, you don't need it if you have Orgasm. Anyway, back to this beauty, Amore. Now in formula and texture, this reminds me a lot of the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow in that, not shade, but in pigment. The fact that it is like a very sheer light wash of color and you can build it up the way you want it. So I have worn it before just on a bare cheek with no blush, bronzer, which is how I am right now. I have bronzer up here. I have no bronzer in the cheek area. So you can see what this blush is. She is gorgeous just on her own with like a beautiful rosy glow. I'm gonna take this stupid thing off. I hardly ever do, but I'll take it off so I can use this little mirror. And you can see just that amount is perfect. Now, I am who I am, so am I gonna use a little more? Of course I am. I want you to see that this can be built up to give you like a really intense amount of pigment, but you don't have to. You could just calm yourself down like I don't do and just do the lightest little bit and you look glowing. You look like a little bit kissed of the sun, especially if you are a pasty girl like I am. For me, this is probably my favorite powder blush that has come out in a very long time. I mean, I still love Rosy Glow, but geez Louise, this is so friggin' fantastic. All right, let's put it on both cheeks so you can really, really see what's happening here. I always go a little bit on the tip of the nose. She can't help herself. And I do go on my chin just a little bit. All right, so there we have it on both cheeks. She is built up. She's glowing. She's so damn pretty. I'm enamored with this. I think it's beautiful. If you go a little too heavy-handed, like maybe I do sometimes, just take your powder brush and just lightly go over it. Give her a little extra blend and voila, not so crazy. Now, $38 for this tiny little powder blush seems pricey. I'm wondering like how much is in here. Let's see, 3.6 grams or 0.12 ounces compared to the Dior, which is 4.6 grams for 0.16 ounces. The Dior is slightly more expensive. I don't know. For me, when you can get like a really good quality blush, something like this, where I don't need a highlighter, it has enough glow and sheen to it where it's not like super, super like greasy, or you know how Orgasm could sometimes look a little greasy, a little too shiny? This is not that. This is just a beautiful glow. It's worth it for me. All right, because I want you guys to have the full effect, I'm going to remove this beautiful blush and I'm going to put on my foundation again, and we will do another blush. Actually, before I go in with any of the creams, I'm going to use the Afterglow from NARS. The reason being, I have tried this with 3 different foundations. Today I have on the Dior Backstage. I've also used the House Labs from Lady Gaga, and I have used the Laura Mercier Real Flawless. These are like my 3 favorites, especially for summer. The Dior, really, that's your summer go-to. Anyway, we'll talk about that another time. However, this breaks up every single foundation. I cannot wear this with foundation, which is fine. Very often blushes that are nice on foundation aren't great on bare skin. And because it's summer, I love to have a liquid or cream blush, because when I'm going just like barefaced and I want like something to pick me up a little bit, I'll do my eyebrows, I'll do my lashes, I'll do a lip gloss, and then I want a cheek. This one here is my absolute favorite for that. Now it is it's liquidy, but it is sheer. You saw I put like 5 dots on, and here I am blending it out. Those 5 dots went to nothing. I mean, it is just a light, glossy, sheer wash of color, which is perfect for especially me, because my skin is so fair, and in the summer I don't always want a full face of makeup, and I know some of you don't either. For my natural girls out there, this is a dream. Do you see? It's just the lightest little pick-me-up of color. Let me do both sides. And in case you're scared to put 5 dots, I'm going to show you what just 2 dots is. I did this originally the first time I tried it, and I put it on and I was like, where'd you go? Do you see that? She just like blends out. She really needs like 4 or 5 dots to give you, well, at least to give me what I'm looking for. I love that it is juicy. I love the color. They do have, I think it's 4 or 5 other shades. It's a great shade range. And honestly, with it being so sheer, I really think that pretty much every shade would be great for everyone, because it just gives you just a little more life to your cheeks. However, as far as I'm concerned, this is the most beautiful no makeup blush for those of us who rock a bare face but don't want to look completely drained of all the color in our faces. Let's face it, sunscreen keeps me from getting color on my face, so I gotta put it back myself. I just love it. The glow, and it does dry down. So it's not like a tacky, sticky, like wet glow that sticks around. The glow sticks around, but the actual product dries down, which is kind of a big deal, especially in the summer, because I do not like having something sticky on my face. All right, let's get this off. All right, next up I'm using from Makeup by Mario's line. This is the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil in the shade Barely Blushing. I will probably be picking up another because I love this formula. I think a lot of you know that I love, look at, I'm looking over here. A lot of you know that I love his Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. I use the shade Light Medium. It is literally the exact same formula. He just came out with a blush shade. So if you like the bronzer, you're gonna love the blush. However, there's one little caveat, and I will show you. Let's get this on my face. Let's use a better mirror. You get that same juicy, dewy finish that I friggin' love from the bronzer. However, with the bronzer, I very often top it with a powder bronzer just to lock it in. That's something that he didn't come out with this. I kind of thought he should have come out with corresponding powder blushes. I mean, then I would have had to buy 2 products, and happily so. You know how I am with him. This, however, it's gorgeous. gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love the glow that it gives. I, of course, love the shade. It's my shade. And I love how easy it is to use. I mean, I've said it 100 times. Mario's products are so friendly to everyone. You don't have to know what you're doing because they all blend beautifully. The shades are usually amazing for everyone. And the effect that they give is just gorgeous, everyday, easy glamour. I love this so much. Now, the one thing I don't enjoy about it is that I don't like it set down. I like it to have this like juicy, glossy glow to it. However, it doesn't dry down. It remains like a little bit tacky. Now, I like this juicy glow, don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to wear it on a day when it is super humid where it could maybe move around. I'm not going to wear it on a windy day where my hair could get maybe stuck in there. I can't stand when my hair gets stuck in my makeup. And I'm probably not going to wear it on a day when I need super longevity out of it, because if you can't lock down a cream with something, you just can't guarantee that it's going to last. Now, I have used, where is it? Now, I did try setting it with his Soft Pop Powder Blush in the shade Mellow Mauve. I felt like they were like pretty complimentary, but I'm going to show you what it does when I try to set it. So I'm going to use a soft brush that isn't very dense, and I'm just going to top it to try and make it last a little longer. And you can see that that takes down the glow quite a bit. It's still there, but it's not this at all. It's pretty though, so I'm okay with it. But I do love that juicy gloss. I just love that. Now I'll show you the one thing that I do not recommend you do is by setting it with a translucent powder. I don't like how that turns out in the least. Let's show you. I just don't like it. I just think it takes away all the character of that blush and just kind of dulls it down to being like, it's all right. The magic of this blush is in the glow. Of course, the color, the formula, all that, but the glow that I really want out of it, I like to leave this in its natural juicy state, not topped with anything, if I can possibly, weather and hair conditions considered. So if you are going to top it, I think going over with a lightweight blush, especially one of his, is really the best option. All right, let's remove this for number 4. All right, number 4 from Say may seem a little out of the ordinary for me. It's the Soft Glow in Peach Glow. I like to have, for summertime, something that's like a coral orange. I love pinks, I love mauves, but there's something about summertime and like an orangey corally that even if like I'm not feeling it for every day, I just like to have it for when I need to have it. I don't know, this just says summer to me. It's not something I would wear in the winter. It's so summery, and so I have to have these shades. This is a super crazy, interesting formula. So it is a cream in the pan, but when you put it on, it becomes like, it becomes almost like a powder. It just dries instantly and locks in. And when I say locks in, I had her on for 12 or 13 hours the other day, and she went nowhere. And I was like, this is when I knew, like, yes, you really are that summer blush, because in the humidity, very often the blush just goes away no matter if you have like foundation on or not. But this, the way it's stuck around, I was like, who are you? And I want every shade of you. This is perfect for especially people like me who think that blush tends to disappear very easily. Nope, not this girl. The lockdown, the dry down, the wear time, it's insane. And of course it has that glow because it's summertime. We gotta glow. Can she go light-handed? In theory, yes. And when I'm not filming, definitely. But something happens when I'm sitting here talking to you guys that it's just more and more and more. All right, let's call this like light-handed on this side. The glow is so beautiful. But here again, because it does like lock down and dry down super quickly, if you feel like you went in a little ham, just take a powder brush with the tiniest amount of powder. just to give it like that soft focus and take down the color a little bit. I am bananas for this formula. And I know, had I seen this color in store, I would have been like, and I probably would have like tiptoed over and got something more pink. But the fact that I needed to have a coral for the summer, and the fact that I just had a feeling it was going to be special, I just bought it. And it's also gorgeous on bare skin if you can have some restraint. I mean, did we think this color was going to translate to this? I didn't. And I'm just beyond for this formula. I actually hope that Saie comes out with like a lot more colors in this. And honestly, if they came out with a bronzer like this, that would be incredible. Here again, locking down, staying all day, not going anywhere, with kind of a sheerness and a soft glow. Honest to God, if Saie doesn't make this in more, I might just have to slide into their DMs. All right, get it together. You've got one more to do. And last but not least, from Bobbi Brown, this is her Pot Rouge for lips and cheeks in the shade Powder Pink. I have never found a lip/cheek product that I like. I find if they are great on the cheeks, they're not great on the lips. They almost like leave this like dry kind of milky look. I don't know what it is. And if it's great on the lips, it's not great on the cheeks. It's too slidey, moves around, whatever. Same thing here. I don't think this is great for the lips. Full on cheek girl. Now I purchased this because I had seen Allie Glines talk about this in no less than 3 of her videos. She's obsessed with this formula. And when I see an influencer talk about the same product over and over again with the same amount of enthusiasm, I know that she means it. So I was like, all right, I have to try this. This I had to get at Ulta. It's not at Sephora. The other 4 came from Sephora. Not a big deal. I shop everywhere. The only slight disappointment is that it only comes in 3 shades. And after trying this, I want more shades. Now this is a cream blush, and it has like, it does have a decent amount of glow and pigment to it, which yay, that's exactly what we want from our cream blushes. I don't normally like a cream blush that dries down super matte. I just feel like we're defeating the purpose. This is a new brush and it's still working out the little extra bristles, but it's a nice brush. I actually picked this up yesterday. It's from e.l.f. It's the Ultimate Blending Brush. It was $7 and I was like, yeah, I want to try that. So let me show you the beauty that is this Bobbi Brown blush. First of all, obviously, that's my shade. But do you see like the pigment, yet there is still, you can still see through to my skin. It is just, it gives me life every time I put it on. I love a face that's mostly matte everywhere except my cheeks. I love a juicy, dewy, glossy cheek. I don't have to wear highlighter. As a matter of fact, with all of these, I don't need to wear a highlighter, which I think is a bonus, especially in the summer. I like being able to wear just like less makeup in the summer. I know, who is she? So when you can get your products to do double duty, perfect. And I feel like this is just, even though it's more pigmented, let's just take her down a little bit. Yes, I can do that. This is just a dry sponge that I'm using to just pick up any extra that I don't want. Does that not scream a summer cheek to you? I am obsessed. So I get why Allie has gone on and on about this, because it's gorgeous. The formula is gorgeous. It wears so beautifully throughout the day. I'm super, super, super thrilled with it. I'm obsessed with all 5 of these. If you asked me to pick a favorite, I don't think I could. I love them all that much, but I love them individually for different reasons. Luckily, I am a blush girl and I see no reason to have a minimalist blush collection. More, more, more. I would actually be kind of interested to hear in the comments what you guys think is your favorite looking formula on me, or maybe your favorite looking shade. I'm not going to return any of them. I love them all very much for different reasons. But maybe if you guys all like one best, maybe I'd wear that one a little more. This hair, I swear to God. And with all that talking, you could do with a little more gloss. I didn't want to have a colored lip on. I didn't want it to take away from the blush. So we just have on a clear gloss today with Wherever Walnut Lip Liner from Makeup Forever. All right, you guys, so that is all for my 5 favorite blushes for summer. Do I think they're all must-haves? Absolutely, if you're obsessed with blush like I am. Do you really need to have all 5? No, you don't. But if you wanted to narrow it down to 3, then I'd say the NARS for Everyday on Bare Skin, the Giorgio Armani because it's a powder and gives the most beautiful glow and is buildable, and then the Say Glow Sculpt because the color is so unique, but the wear time is insane. But now that I have these 2, I can't imagine being without them. Okay, I can't pick. Sue me. All right, you guys, so that's a wrap on my 5 favorite blushes for summer. As always, I want to thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you real soon.